Hi, I'm Hayden Walker. This is my New Testament Survey A project. Um, for this project, it was a service project, and I decided to help my neighbor. For privacy reasons, I've left her unnamed, and I'm not going to get too specific about some of the details of her or my own lives. But I digress. So, my service project was helping her with a lot of yard work, mainly focused around, and what the pictures will be of is the fence line along one side of her property, completely overgrown with vines and even had some small trees trying to grow intertwined. And she wanted that to be cleared out so she'd be able to see through the fence, so she'd be able to walk along the fence line when she goes on walks, that sort of thing. So I helped her with that. And actually, I had to do a follow up, which I helped more with. Anyways, um, so why did I choose my service project? This project seemed good to me for a few reasons. I had mentioned in the previous assignments regarding this project that I considered going and doing a river cleanup in areas where I even personally like to fish, and I had also considered going to help at a homeless shelter. The river project, while it is something that I want to do, I can do that anytime I end up going out. I'm going to go out soon, anyways, so I kind of wrote that one off fairly quickly. The homeless shelter we discussed on the phone, why I didn't choose it, but the helping neighbor seemed right. I believe she fit the parameters. I don't know what word to use here. I think she fit the bill of the project because she has been kind of not cast aside necessarily, but left behind a little bit. She's had multiple major surgeries in the past few years. Her son moved out years ago, and she just isn't physically able to take care of her own property. And I know she enjoys it looking good, so I tried to help her out, and I think I did a fairly good job. I think I'm gonna have to help her again because it is. I mean, I cut a lot, but man, was it overgrown. Um, so I believe that my strongest spiritual gifts have always been teaching and servitude. And while I wasn't really to employ teaching with this particular project, I think servitude was definitely employed. Um, in all honesty, I bit off more than I was expecting, but I didn't bite off more than I could chew. There was a lot that had to be cut. It took a few hours instead of just a hour like I was expecting. I was expecting maybe an hour and a half, but it took 2.5, almost three. Slow, tedious process, but she was thrilled with how much better it looked, and that made it worth it. Um, and I believe servitude was the main thing because it was not something I had to do for her. There were other ways I could have gone about it. Um, Gone about finishing this project, and there were other things I could have even probably done for her. She probably would have been fine with me, like happy with me just trimming some of her bushes or helping her plant a new bush. But I figured this was a bigger and better use of my time. So the next question on my list is in what ways was I able to engage with someone who might be considered an outsider? Um, I mean, she left me mostly to my work while I was doing it, but before and after we talked for quite a bit, she's very thankful and very happy that I could get that done for her, and she tried to show her appreciation. I told her that I can't accept anything, and I was happy to do it, and I really was. I mean, like I said, it took me longer than expected, but once I kind of got into it, I kind of enjoyed it. Believe it or not, as much as you might not think yard work can be enjoyable, kind of was. Just seeing it slowly get better and better. Um, and I know it wasn't multiple people that I engaged with that considered outsiders, but I believe that she was, and that I definitely talked with her plenty, and I think made her day. And I'm happy that I got to do that. What did I learn about the specific needs and challenges faced by people who are considered outsiders? Well, I had known for a while that her son had moved out. I don't know the specific year, but it's been years. Her surgeries are all within the past five. Her son moved out 8, 7 or 8, sometime around that. Um, and I had known that, but I didn't realize just what a difference it made to her. I mean, everybody moves out of their parents' house eventually. Um, but it had made a big difference to her because not only was it just her son moving out, but there's all these small things that you don't think about necessarily. You're just so used to having someone else that mows the lawn or someone else that takes care of trimming bushes or keeping your fence line nice. And after those major surgeries, where she's just unable to do really any serious labor, and especially not anything super strenuous, um, it kind of forces her to be a bit more of a shut in. Like, during that time after her surgery, she was on bed rest, so it wasn't like she could exactly go out and maintain her normal lifestyle. And afterwards, I think that she just, I think that she was hurt more, like spiritually, mentally from that time stuck alone. Like she had people checking in on her, and obviously while she was specifically on bed rest, like only getting up for the bathroom. During that, she had her son coming back to take care of her. But as soon as bed rest is done, it was back to just occasional visits. And now, since then, since she's recovered, I obviously I don't know for a fact, but from what she kind of implied during conversation, it seems that seeing her son is a rarity now. And I think that she probably feels like an outsider at this point. I know that she knows she's still loved, but I think that I think she's been left behind, and I think that's part of why she was so happy to have me do it for her. And I think that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed my video on this project as much as I enjoyed doing it. Thank you.